To disable the chat. Oh, oopsies. I'm boner. Oh my god, I have so many things to set up for this stream. It took me so long. Emo girl arc. No, there's no cigarettes. But guitar, yeah. Tattoo, yeah. I'm the model. What is my cat doing? Camera. Camera, camera, camera. I'm contemplating like cutting my nails because it's so hard to play the guitar with this. Like, but like I'm scared if I actually cut it, I'll mess up the shape and it'll look bad. But I should probably go to a professional to get it done. You know. I don't want to go all the way back and travel just for it. Wait, help? First step today, we are going to learn how to play the guitar from scratch, from zero, from I don't know anything at all. I have like basic guitar knowledge. Oh, mega scuff, hold on. Is it better? I had my fan blasting straight into the microphone. So it probably sounds bad because of that. Is it better? But still, oh legit. Oh man. Let me see. Okay. Maybe I spot my shit. If I lower it a bit, is it better? Let me listen to it myself. Oh shit. Excuse me. Hi, Pengu. Hi, Ronnie. Is my audio bad? Wait, let me try and listen. Hello? Oh, I think it sounds okay. Okay, I think it's fine. Hello. Hi, Pengu. Hi, Ronnie. Hello. Today we learned how to play the guitar. I can show you guys my cats. Where are you? Where are you, child? Come here. Where are you? Come here. This is Lulu. Baby. Hello. Car. Car. Okay. I'll let you down. My other kitten is sleeping like on my table, so I shall not disturb her. But she's like right in front. Keep dropping my stuff on the floor for some reason. What is going on? Okay, I think for now maybe we can tune the guitar first, and then afterwards we'll see what we can do. Maybe we will learn like one course for today on like this guy Justin Guitar's tutorial. I think there's a lot of free stuff online, so we'll just make use of it so we don't have to spend money on like classes for now. Because the last time I subscribed to like a Patreon class, right, I basically wasted a few months of it because I didn't use it at all. And I'm like, I'm literally always subscribing to things that I don't use. This is the Fender Wire Stratocaster in white. Very pretty. Very out of tune. So we shall step one to guitar for today. Have like this tuner thing. There should it. So use it. Oh, my cat is playing with the wire on the floor. Oh, please don't ruin my wires. I think the last time I played the guitar was uh, a long time ago. That was when I was how old was I then? 14? 15? That was like donkey years ago, and I forgot how to play almost everything. And I feel like my nails are a bit too long. Can you see? She's playing with the wires below. Where? Am I being like super flip? Oh no. Baby, hello? It's not me. Don't press that. Okay. Got the G? The G string, mom? Is the because like I got Ronnie to write me a song like for my model, and I was like, yeah, you gotta use the guitar to make it sound cool. I'm trying to learn the guitar. Maybe someday I can play. Like, I'm gonna clip my hair. So cool. Never mind. I don't know where I put the clip. Hello, Tia. Yes. Kitty is watching me play today. Oh, she heard her sister meowing. Set one down. We got it tuned. Okay. I'm thinking like, what sound effect should I do? I do acoustic. I think lead. Like when I press the strings, I think it's hard because nails long. Is it time we do a snip snip on stream? Maybe I could file it down a bit. I don't know. Will I ruin it? I know. It's time. How are y'all doing today? Or what are y'all doing now? Isn't it like school slash work time? My room is so hot after like I off bed because it's fuzzy. Excellent. If I actually did it, like file it down, me and just have it. I don't think that helped. Okay, let's watch tutorial.
Hey, how you doing? Justin here. You ready? It's time to learn your first chord, which is going to be a D chord. So let's get that chord diagram up and let's get started. So you want to always put your
We
fingers
are playing a
down
D
in finger
chord.
order. The first finger, finger number 1, this is going to go in the second fret of the third string. So you can think there's the first fret, there's the second fret, and it's string.
That
1
we're
will be
playing
the
a D
thinnest,
string.
2 will be the next one up, and the third one up will be the third string. So first finger is going down. Remember that we want to place it right up next to the fret as well. Okay, so first finger in the 1, 2, third string in the 1, 2.
We're learning guitar today on stream.
The second finger is going in the same fret on the
I'm
thinnest
using like the
string.
tip
So
of
you
my
want to
nails to
bend
press
down
because
the
my
second finger.
is way too long.
You would leave your first finger down normally, but I'm just using to show you. Remember, you want it, of course, right up next to the fret if you can. That means that your fingers will be in an angle. Of course, you can't keep them square on, otherwise your first finger is going to be back too far. So you can see that
Okay,
there's
he's
a little bit of an
saying
angle there. That's totally fine.
press
So
one
first
first
finger first,
finger, next
second finger
finger,
down next on the
ring
thinnest string, and the
finger.
third finger is going to reach up to play the
Okay, we got
third.
that. We got that.
It's going to get a little
How
bit
to
uncomfortable.
practice the
So
D
what you
chord.
can do to help is not press down until you really need to. Now, particularly when you're learning chords like this, you put your first finger down first, but you don't need to press real hard right away. Once you've got your first finger down just a little bit,
I'm skipping. I'm
make
skipping.
sure
He
that
talks a
your
lot.
open fourth string is ringing out clearly. The next note that we'll test will be the third string. Okay, so we're now having to press down hard with our fingers at this point. If
Oh
this
my
note
god.
sounds like this, it means you're not pressing hard enough,
Nails,
or your
nails.
finger is too far back. You can hear as I move it forward. Now we've got our nice clear note. If that note is muted, it
Watch
could
me
also be
struggle.
tip of the third finger is up a little bit too high and touching that string as well. So
Hey, stop
you need to
pressing.
really be aware of what fingers are
Cat
touching
son.
where. The third
No
finger doesn't want to be
push.
touching that third string or it's going to mute it. So we've got that one sounding good. Got first finger sounding good. Now the note with the on the second string played with the third finger. Again, very common
No.
to get this kind of problem with the
Please
third finger
believe me.
too far back. So try your best to get it forward. Not going to be any
Yes?
fingers that might mute that string. So the most common problem on that second string is either not pressing hard enough or the third finger being too far from the fret.
Dude.
Now the
These
hardest note for
kiddos
most
are
beginners is
chaos.
this finished
Stop.
The problem is usually the third finger laying down a little bit too far. So you need to make sure that I'm just bringing my hand forward a little bit. I'm exaggerating it now, but bringing the knuckles of my hand here forward a bit will help get onto the tip of
Okay.
the third finger there. Okay, so that's really the key thing to get this note ringing out clearly.
I think we're okay. We know where to
Often find me
press.
with my thumb around the top of the guitar neck, but that's not what I recommend for beginners. I'd
Yeah,
recommend
like
that you keep
don't put your thumb
thumb
around the
right
neck,
around the back of the guitar.
but at the back.
Now, the reason I recommend that for
Better
beginners, even
position.
though it's not what I do, is it's really important that you build up the strength in this muscle here between your thumb and your first finger. We're going to need that for doing these things called bar chords later on, where we play further up the neck. And if you play like
So
this with your thumb
sad.
over the top right at the beginning, that muscle won't get worked at all. And when you come to learn your bar chords, you'll
Maybe I
find it
should
really, really
actually
difficult.
go
It's a
and
lot
get
easier
them
to learn here with the
trimmed.
thumb at the back of the neck. It'll help give your fingers a good position as well. Anyway, hello Ziggy. Oh, my dog's finally woken up from her nap and come to join me right in the middle of a lesson. Thanks, Ziggy. Say hello to the people of the internet and then go back to bed, would you? Would you go back to bed for me? Could you go back to bed? Come on, I'll play with you later. Come on, bed. Thank you for the visit. Now go to bed. Bed. Come on, off you go. There you go. Good girl. By keeping your thumb around the back of the neck, it keeps all your fingers in a nice position. It'll stop you kind of grabbing the guitar neck too much. Ideally, you don't want the palm of your hand.
You like my
here,
model?
where your
Thank
fingers
you.
meet the palm of your hand. Ideally, you don't really want that touching the guitar neck at all, but definitely not with the first and the guitar
Okay,
neck.
so it says don't touch the guitar neck,
First finger down,
and
and then second finger down, then third finger down. Still not pressing hard. I'm just getting them in the right position. Now I'm going to press down. I'm going to have a go at strumming the chord. And now I'm going to go through and make adjustments to try and get the chord as perfect as I can. So already I played the fifth string there. I didn't want to really play that. So I'm not going to play the thickest two strings. Then I'm going to play the fourth string. Okay, that's not really working. So let's get the first finger down there a bit. There we go. Now we've got that. That's good. Now first finger. That one's sounding okay. The note on the second string. Okay, that's a bit buzzy. Let's try and get the third finger up a little higher.
Yeah, watching
Okay,
tutorials,
so
learning how to play the guitar.
Okay, that finger needs to go more on the
I
point.
am, but my nails are a problem.
We've made our adjustments. The chord's sounding good.
I
And
need
then the
to
last
snip
part, we just want to do
them
a strum.
and press the chords.
And we want to tell ourselves, hand, this is how I want you to go when we're playing the D chord. Okay, really try and make a mental picture of where your fingers are, what it feels like, what it
Oh
looks
my
like
god!
as you do that final.
Are you working now? Freelance? It sounds weird. Why does it sound weird? Like it's a bit flat. Oh my. I don't think I tuned it wrongly. Yeah, your sister had to trim her nails because she was learning guitar. I just had my nails done, guys. Like literally just have my nails done. And they're so pretty. But I think I really have to cut them. Like look at the index finger. I struggle to press the strings with like my index and my ring finger. As you can see, it's like kind of sticking out quite a lot. Chimken, hello. Gonna grow them out again. She just stopped playing. Yeah, like I actually tried so hard to grow out my nails because my nails just actually they do grow fast, but I struggle to keep them because I like to have my nails short and I just can't stand them being long. But for once, I have long nails and I can't keep them. And I just did them. So I don't know, maybe I can go back and tell them to trim it, but I don't think my nail tech will be very happy with me. It should be like, girl, I just did your nails and you want me to cut them. You're sick? What happened? Chip? What do you mean by chip? What is it? You mean like the pig? What does a chip do? know because my nails are too long, so I doesn't sound right. I'm not here mentally. Oh, pick. My as in the right hand isn't a problem. Like you can G, but I don't think I can even do a G. But your left hand has to be short to press the frets. Like I can't even reach them because my nails are in the way. Like if I'm gonna do a F, E, then you have the dong dong dong, the flashy sound. So you have to have your right hand, the nails long, and left short. Okay, so this guy taught us how to play the D chord, and now we shall learn how to play the A chord.
Hey, how you doing, Justin? Back with you to learn another chord. This time we're going to check out how to play the A chord. Now, it's worth bearing in mind at this point, if you're new
Thank
to this
you.
whole guitar thing, that you're going to find these
I
chords
should do
really
like another round
difficult.
2 of guitar
The
learning
first
stream
week or
another
two,
day instead.
it's going to feel really impossible. Like, I can't do it. This is just too hard. I'm not built for playing guitar. Pretty much everyone feels like that, and that's okay. Don't really worry about it. It just takes a little bit of perseverance.
I remember I
And
played like the
chords.
only exception
So
on
let's go and have a look at our A chord.
and recorded it and
First
put it on
here
YouTube
is our
before when I
A chord.
was
You can
young.
see that we've got 3 fingers all crammed into the same fret. Now,
But
I
I
want to point
think
out that the
you need a
traditional way
capo
of
to play
learning
that
A chord
song.
is like this. All 3 fingers, 1, 2, 3, all in a line. But you can probably already see that first finger there is very, very far away from the fret. So to make that note sound
A.
clear, you
1,
have to
2,
press
3.
really, 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 really hard. And that will make your finger hurt. So the fingering that
Yeah,
I
no
teach,
press hard.
it's got some other advantages as well. But you can see straight away now that these 2 fingers, fingers 2 and fingers 3, are right up
Okay,
against
we got it, sir.
what's going to be the next chord. In the middle string,
2,
more or less the same place it was for our
2,
D
1,
chord,
3.
but just back a little bit, you know,
I
half a
thought you press
centimeter
it
or
like
something
that.
like that. Second finger is then going to reach over the top.
He's pressing it
And
like
it's going to go
this.
down right next to the fret on the 4th string. And
Straight
third
flute.
finger is
A
going to
like
reach
that.
now underneath, still in the same fret on the 2nd string. Will feel a little bit cramped the first few times you do it. It feels a lot better after a week's practice, I can assure you.
No.
Okay, let's take it off, do that one more time. So first finger on the 2nd fret of the 3rd string, 1, 2, on 1, 2, 3, okay? And then slightly not right up at the fret.
Okay.
If that's not ringing out correctly, it's almost certainly 2nd finger being a little bit too high and muting it.
You got an A?
There we go. Take a little bit first of all. Remember, just keep the first finger often. Try and avoid the temptation of spending ages on the one chord, pressing down real hard all the time, giving yourself finger pain, not doing any of the other fun stuff that you could be practicing. Much
My
better
cat
off
is very
sticking to a proper
distracted by
routine
him
when you find
speaking on the screen. And she's like
Hey, how you doing,
smacking
Justin?
the
Back with
screen
you
with her
again for a lesson
paws.
all about anchor fingers. Now, I kind of touched on it there when I was talking about the A chord, in that the first finger is in the same fret for both our A chord and a D chord. And whenever we're changing chords, and we can keep a finger either on the same fret or on the same string at least, we can refer to it as an anchor finger, and it makes changing chords a lot easier. So the common kind of progression for beginners is the first thing, the first hurdle that you have to overcome is the finger pain.
I just
Okay?
realized
It's
his
going to hurt
guitar
a little
is
bit.
pink.
Probably
Pink,
most of the first lesson, you're just more worried about the finger pain than anything else. The very next thing, the next problem, is changing between the chords fast enough.
Changing between
Okay, that becomes
chords.
the next obstacle, and that's something that we're going to work on again in this lesson. The anchor fingers thing is one of the ingredients that will help you learn to make your changes really fast and really smooth. So let's have a little bit of a
What's an
closer look
anchor
at the anchor
finger?
finger that we can use today for the change between the A chord and the D
Oh,
chord.
he means
So
like
let's start
what
off with our D
fingers
chord.
do I keep?
We've got the fingers in position now. I'm not pressing hard. I've got them in the right place. But
Hey,
if I
stop
strummed
chewing
right
on
now,
my keys.
I'm
Hello?
not even getting a sound out of that chord. Okay,
Hello?
I'm not trying to press the fingers down. I'm just trying to get them in the right position. Again, we've got enough time we're going to spend pressing down our soft fingers on the hard metal strings. We want to do any practice that we can where we're practicing just pressing the fingers really lightly. And practicing this chord change, the anchor finger, we don't need to press hard. Okay, makes it even, in fact, a little harder. It's easier to keep your fingers nice and relaxed. So try and get your fingers in position. First finger, second finger, third finger. Now to move to the A chord, we leave first finger down and we lift second and third fingers up. We need to slide first finger back just a little bit, and then we're going to put down the second finger and put down the third finger, and we've got our A chord. We're not even going to worry about strumming it when we're working on our
Wait, he uses his second finger to press
and lift second and third
this?
fingers back up. Slide the first finger forward a bit, put down second finger
Honto?
and third finger. Again,
You press your D like this?
lift off second and third finger, slide the first finger back a bit, second finger, third finger. That's our A chord. Second and third finger off, leave first finger down, slide it up a bit.
Because he
Second
does
finger,
this to
off, slide it back,
then he can
off,
use this.
forward.
Oh my god, serious.
This is the anchor finger practice. Literally doing this. You don't have to worry about.
But that doesn't feel very intuitive though. Like
shouldn't that other stuff.
like
We're just
this?
trying to develop kind of a fluid movement
Of
between the two chords.
like having to cross your fingers over at the same time.
Where the other fingers go.
Like if I do this.
Eventually, you'll find that the fingers can find their own way there pretty easily. But that takes.
Oh, but then it's kind of fast though.
The anchor finger into a thing I call the 1 minute.
So you can like. Then hello, honey T-Rexer. Oh, so it's like that. Then you'll change over to make it faster. But I thought people always use like their A like this. Like this. But I've never seen people do A with like the second finger out first. But although it does make sense because he like can change the chord faster. Mr. T-Rex, I need to cut my nails. I can't press the chords without having all the funky sounds. This is on lead. I do clean. Sounds better. It sounds a bit flat, I don't know why. Hello? Ma'am? Excuse me. Excuse me, kitties. You see, look at Nami behind. Eh. I can't even place my webcam properly because it's in the space. John, madam. And she's now chomping on the tripod. I swear, I'm like just holding onto the tripod now because I'm scared that they're gonna knock it over and I'll just flashbang my face. Okay, we good, guys.
Hey, how you doing? Justin here, and today I'm going to share with you what I think is probably the most important exercise in this entire course. It is the 1 minute changes. We're going to pick two chords and change between them as many times as we can in
two
1 minute.
chords and
Sounds
change
pretty
as
simple.
many
Actually,
times as we
this is a
can.
relatively simple
So this
exercise,
is where he
but the
does
benefits
the
are huge. As I already mentioned, the
huh?
first hurdle that beginners have is dealing with the finger pain. That's generally pretty horrible for a couple of weeks and gradually gets better. Should be pretty much gone after a couple of months, if not 2.
Oh
The
no. So
next
I have to
challenge
do his
is
method
making the
of
chord changes fast enough to
one,
be able to
two,
play a
three.
song, because you can't really play a song just with one chord. There might be a song here and there that's just one chord, but most songs have multiple chords, so learning to change between the chords is
It's not very
essentially a prerequisite
intuitive. Me
to truly playing
struggles.
any songs. It's also the fact that we count the changes in the 1 minute changes exercise is a fantastic motivational tool, because you actually get to see your progress. There's no question about it. Sometimes when you're learning guitar, it's like,
So
oh, have I really got better? I've done all of this practice. Well, with
have
1 minute changes, because you're writing the number of changes down each practice session, you can see yourself go from like, I did 5 changes this minute, and then the next day I did 10, and then the next day I did 25, and it's quantifiable. It's a really fantastic motivational tool. So I definitely encourage you to be using the practice routine generator on my site,
okay.
or the 1 minute changes counter in the app, or at the very least a piece of paper and a pen and writing down how many chord changes you do with each practice session. So I've already given you the idea. Right now we've only got 2 chords to change between, which is the A chord and the D chord. So the first thing I recommend you do is just actually make the chord changes a few times. So we're doing A to D today. It's the only 2 chords that we know. So just remembering to use the anchor finger there. Just trying to get the chord nice and fresh before we go into doing the 1 minute changes. The object of the exercise of 1 minute changes is to do fast chord changes. They're allowed to be a little bit sloppy. I know this might seem a little bit weird, but the
Okay.
accuracy of the finger placement isn't the key thing. They should be on the right string and in the right fret. But the rest of it is kind of forgivable. If the notes aren't quite ringing out as clearly as you'd like or whatever, that's okay. That's why we do the chord perfect practice as well. So chord perfect practice is about making the chords sound really good. 1 minute changes is about making the changes really fast. And if you practice those 2 things separately, after a few weeks you'll find they start to come together, and you'll find that you're doing very fast and accurate chord changes. But in the initial stages, those 2 things might seem a little bit distant. So you're doing your 1 minute changes and you're like, oh, these chords aren't ringing out right, it's not good enough. It's okay. If you've got any doubt, go and watch my left-handed
Uh-huh.
timer.
He's just talking about
1.
practice.
Hey, how you doing? Justin here. Today I'm going to talk about your very first strumming pattern, which is simply strumming on the 1. Now, all of the music that we're looking at the early stages of the beginner's course is in 4/4 time. That means it's got 4 beats in the bar. I'm sure you've heard before.
Four
Seen at a gig, people go 1,
beats
2,
bar.
and 1, 2, 3, 4, and then the music starts. Maybe you wondered why they count to 4. It's usually because there's 4 beats in the bar. There are other time signatures where there's different amounts of beats in the bar, but 4/4 time, or 4 beats in the bar, is the most common. Now, the general idea here is that you want to learn to count along. Eventually we're going to be tapping our foot along as well, but you want to be first of all thinking just about this counting 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Get used to being able to count it. I know it seems silly, but have a go at doing that first. It might feel a little bit odd if you're used to counting to 10. And then what you want to be doing is practicing strumming only on the 1. So say your D chord up, and you're going to strum down on 1 and count the rest. So you're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Can you see that my arm is moving for all of the rest of the beats? That's the ideal. 2, 3, 4. Even though I'm actually
1,
not
2,
strumming,
3,
I'm still
4.
keeping my arm moving. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. I don't think
1,
many
2,
beginners are going to be able to strum on 1 and
4.
keep the hand moving for the rest of the time. I couldn't do that really when I was learning my left-handed stuff. Too difficult. But you'll find through the course I'm trying to give you the ideal option as well, because some people will be ready for it. So you might do it and be like, yeah, I'm cool with this. I can move my hand down as I'm counting along. I'm totally hip with that, in which case I want you to do it. For me, it was a little bit more cumbersome than that. I didn't feel like I could do that, and I was more worried about the chord changes, which is the next thing coming up. Just even getting used to just strumming down, going 1, 2, 3, 4, chord change, 1, 2, 3, 4 chord change. 1, 2.
Oh.
That would be amazing
Oh, he's
if
like,
you can get to that point. For most beginners, it's going to be more like 1, 2, 3, 4.
still not using the way he asked me to press those shit. 2, 1, 3, 1, 3.
That's okay. Don't worry about it. It's okay not to be okay at this stuff, especially in your first week or first couple of weeks. It's going to be a real struggle, and that's totally cool. Be cool with that. Okay? Really, really important at this stage that you
I can't get a hang of it.
The reason that I want to talk about this strumming on one is particularly when you go to play a
The
song,
hands,
even
where do I
if it's
put
real
them?
slow, in the early
1,
stages when you
2,
just want to be
3,
trying to get
4.
that strum on beat 1. Not strumming on
3,
beat 2 or
4.
beat 4, but try and count and get used to the idea of strumming on beat 1. So we're
So
going
not intuitive the way he asks us to
2,
press.
3, 4 chord change. 1, 2, 3, 4 chord change. 1. So we're trying to get the chord change in time to be able to strum the 1 again, even if it means starting the change immediately after playing. So going 1.
My hands are shaking.
2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1. Okay? The strum on the 1 is the key thing. So if you have to leave the chord early, if your chord change is quite slow and you have to leave early to get there, that's okay. The thing you're aiming for is getting that strum on beat 1, particularly when you're playing a song or you're playing along with a backing track kind of thing, using my app, the Beginner Song Course app. You want to be aiming to try and get your strum on 1. In the first week, that's going to be very difficult. Do your best. Try and get that strum on 1. But if you only get to strum every 4 times the chord changes because the chord changes are so slow, that's okay too. Particularly when you start playing songs. There's some other challenges that I'm going to talk about in the following video. But the key thing that I wanted to mention is this counting to 4, just going 1, 2, 3, 4, and putting a strum on the first beat.
How to strum the correct strum.
Hey, how you doing? Justin here. Today I want to talk about strumming the correct strings. Now, as you're probably aware, when we play a D chord, we don't want to play the thickest 2 strings. As a beginner, that's going to be quite challenging, especially if you're playing a song that you're worrying about your chord changes and everything else. So I want to say, does it really matter? Now, if you're aiming for the thinnest 4 strings for the D chord and you accidentally hit the 5th string, sounds fine. In fact, sometimes it sounds really good at that note. On the D chord, the thickest string doesn't sound very good.
What are you doing?
But you know what? In the early stages, it's going to happen. So don't worry about it. If you accidentally hit that thickest string, no one's going to get hurt. It's not going to cause
How
you
do I
problems.
not hit the
Not
wrong
perfect,
string?
but that doesn't matter. It's really important that you get that. The fun thing here is making your chord changes, trying to do the strumming, playing along with some songs. There's a whole lot of stuff to learn. Not playing the thickest string on a D chord is kind of important in the grand scheme of guitar, but not in the first few weeks.
I think it's easier when you rest your thumb on your like
But if you accidentally
string
hit it, it doesn't matter.
versus
With the A
like
chord,
just
you're not
letting it
supposed to
hang.
play the thickest string, but it doesn't sound bad, actually. It's a note in the chord, actually. The E note is part of an A chord. Here. And here. 2 outside strings are both the note E. So if you can play the thinnest one, you can kind of play the thickest one. It just doesn't sound as good as if you leave it out. Now, these things are ideal, so it's the sort of thing that you want to bear in mind when you're practicing, but there are other priorities, like making your chord changes, strumming on the 1, making sure all of the notes are nice in the chords. That sort of stuff is far more important than possibly accidentally hitting one of the strings that you shouldn't.
But the way he presses,
so be aware of it when you're practicing, particularly you're doing your chord perfect exercises. You want to be doing your strum correctly from the right string and making sure that you don't play those thickest 2 strings.
Oops.
Especially when it comes to songs, when there's other stuff going on.
You play the guitar,
this
man?
really isn't the top of the priority list.
I feel like most people play. Nice finger pain. It's okay. I'm good.
Hey, how you doing, Justin? Here today I'm going to share with you some awesome songs that have only 2 chords that are going to be perfect for you to practice this week. Get your chord changes between your A chord and D chord, give you some experience playing songs. Now, I should point out, even before I talk about the songs, it is going to be a little bit tricky, particularly like the first few days of practicing. If you've only just learned your A chord and your D chord and you're struggling to change between them, playing a song is going to be mighty difficult. But it's well worth having a go at, okay? Making sure you choose a song where it hasn't got too many chord changes, or slow the tempo down if you're using my beginner song course app, which I'll talk about more in a second. But keeping the tempo nice and easy, try just having a go at feeling what the pressure's like. It'll really give you an
How
understanding of
cool. Thank you
why
for
it's really
following.
important to practice your chord
So,
changes, because you'll find that you play one chord and already you need to
oh,
change
you
to the
finally
next
could
chord.
catch a stream
So
of
it's
mine.
fine.
Yay.
Don't find it frustrating. Think of it as like a inspiration tool, not a, oh God, I can't even do it. It's the first lesson. It's going to be hard. If it was really easy, everyone would be able to play guitar.
Oh man,
But
Twitter
you're
is
special.
such
You
like a
just stick with
shithole
it and
now.
go, oh God, this is
Comment
really difficult.
sections
I
are
understand now why you're
going
saying that doing the chord changes is so
ham.
important. And after the second day, and your chord changes a little bit better, and you have a go at playing the songs, you're like, well, I'm nearly there.
Easy
Maybe like
to chord
5, 6
song.
practice sessions in, you'll actually be able to play along with a song. And that's such a cool feeling when you get to that point. So do bear with it, even if it feels a little bit awkward at the, right when you first have a go at playing along with a song. Now, the song that I normally encourage people to get into is this song "Dance the Night Away" by the Mavericks. It's basically D chord for
Yeah,
one,
cause
two,
like
three,
the
four,
the whole
A.
situation just went out of control. Like I didn't want to see political comments on my tweet, so I just hid the political related comments, and then I limited responses. So like there's no further discussion on it. But then people started getting angry because the comments were hidden. So I was like, oh okay, so I guess I'll just unhide them. But then they still were super angry. I'm like, okay, I think I have to delete the tweet instead. Even after deleting it, it still goes on. Gosh. Like, I thought it would be the end of it, but I think they probably have my account marked down or something to like send people to my Twitter account to attack me, I think. Because like I noticed there were a lot of private queue quote retweets and everything. And like it seems very targeted. Like multiple people were coming just for that tweet and then searching for my account just because of that. So I have a feeling like they probably have my account like probably like listed somewhere and trying to harass me. But I don't get the point of it. Like some of them were saying, oh, I just wanna educate her on the issue, so you're supporting your streamer who ignores it on purpose. I'm like, none of them tried to educate me on the issue. Actually, all of them just started to DM me, harass me, and they didn't say anything, explaining anything. Well, I don't know. I think it's kind of hypocritical that they would say that, but I guess that's Twitter for you. I'm just so afraid of like, possible repercussions in the future. Like, what if they resort to doxing? What if they um do something to like harass me, hurt me, whatever? Like, you don't know what these people can do. Yeah, I tried to do the reports on Twitter on targeted harassment, but Twitter, they kind of auto responded to those tweets, and then they immediately flagged it as like non what do you call it? They find that the tweets were non harassment in nature. So like immediately the report got rejected by Twitter itself. So they couldn't do, I guess nothing could be done to help my situation then. Fortunate. Yeah. I bet you they were teenagers. I don't know, like, of all the people who drink Starbucks, of all the people who buy Starbucks, everyone who liked it, bookmarked it, and whatnot. Like, there's so many people that still just want to drink coffee. Like, I don't know. I feel like there's so much better ways if you want to educate someone, and by going into someone's like feed and posting stuff like that, QRT, quote retweets, DMs, like doesn't help the situation. And then when people kind of speak up about their like harassment, they're like, oh, how can you protect your street? Advocating something that I don't know. Yeah, I don't know how to make it stop, because like it's very frustrating when I just see so many notifs on that tweet itself. Yeah, because like there's so many other ways to contribute to the cause, like money, donating money. I do donate, and like when I'm able to, but since now I'm out of a full-time job, I'm not able to like spare some cash. But donating, attending rallies, all this, they all contribute to the cause. But going to someone's uh Twitter account to harass them is not the Hello, welcome in. Oh, there, tune into. We're talking about like the Twitter issue that has been going on since last night when I tweeted about the Starbucks Miffy collab, and a lot of people started to come after me.
Strumming on the one. It's got all of that stuff going on.
Yeah, I should close my DMs.
You'll probably find the chord changes are a little fast, so you might need to slow it down. Now, if you're going to use my
I think I'm just kind of worried because
available for iOS and
I
Android,
have a feeling that
you can change
they have my account like probably on some kind of blacklist somewhere, and then they're just sending people to harass me, and
same chords bouncing from one to the other all of the
like I don't know what they are going to actually do, but it's kind of scary, to know that people have me targeted like this. I'm so bad at handling things like this, guys. Like, I think once I tweeted about like really cool having a colleague that is a corporate YouTuber, but they didn't tell me the details, so I left it as that. But I said like, oh, hello, if you ever see me on Twitter, it's so vague. I didn't give details, and then like the whole Twitter mob came after me, all saying that like, oh, I am doxing my colleague. I'm doing horrible things, and like that was pretty tough to deal with as well. But I think most people just like don't give the poster the benefit of the doubt. Like, we don't have negative intentions behind things, but people always assume the worst. Oh, can you hear the baby? Okay, go back to your meeting. Oh, she's too far. I can't grab her on the table. Lulu. So my pets are called Nami and Lulu. They're named after League characters. Lulu. Fun thing, guys. I don't even play League. I don't play League, but I think I want to learn how to play League so I can main Nami and Lulu and hopefully not be a shit player at them. There's this one song I could play last time when I did my guitar exams, but like I don't think my nails are at a good length for me to play. Hello, girly. Why are you meowing? Come here, please. Come here. Yeah, baby. Where are you going? It's a fluffy baby. Where are you going? Back of my computer. Oh man, these kittens are like a handful. So I just got them adopted like this Saturday. And so this means that they have been with me for about like 2 days ish. And they're so energetic, super zoomies. They they're quite vocal. They meow a lot. Very playful. And I'm trying to get them accustomed to being held and cuddled, but like it's not as easy as I thought it would be. But it's mainly because the first day I got them, their claws were very, very long. Like it's long and curved. So when they would like touch you with their paw, the their nails would like dig into the top layer of my flesh. So like I have really yikes scratch marks from them because the nails were so sharp, and like having them touch me or anything would just hurt. And I have sensitive skin, so my skin would like be a bit inflamed and swollen and bumpy after the scratches, and it goes down after like a day or two. But when they were sleeping, what I did was like I trimmed their nails because they were so sound asleep that when like I move them around, hold their paws, they don't react at all to it, thankfully. So I managed to trim their paws, like the front paws and the back paws, all in one sitting. Okay, two sitting, as I managed to get them while they were asleep. So I'm very lucky. So I've trimmed all of their nails now, and it doesn't hurt when they like touch me now, thankfully. Because like they both sleep with me, and sometimes they crawl into my bed and they would like sleep on top of my hand or close to my legs, and they would like sometimes scratch or like press their paws against me, which can be painful, but thankfully now it's not so bad. But I think the fur babies, they have fleas because their mummy cat was adopted from like the void deck, the garden of somewhere. Like she wandered downstairs and my colleague picked her up and realized she was pregnant, and like yeah, the kitty gave birth in the house, and this is why they're up for adoption. But because she's a stray-ish cat, yeah, she has fleas, and they didn't want to give her medication so early when she's still pregnant. And you can't give like flea medication to kittens when they are like less than 8 weeks old, if I'm not wrong. 8 weeks. So I think they're about like 2 months ish now. So it's like slightly more than 8 weeks. Hence, I think they should be suitable for flea medication. I think the brand I want to use is like Revolution or something. And you put it in between the shoulder blades to get rid of the fleas. So that's what I'm planning to do. Uh, Dust bath. How do I give them a dust bath? For 3 years, that gets aggressive when I pick her up. Really? Man, like, don't you have to like somewhat condition them to being picked up? So like from young, and then they won't be as aggressive years down the road. They are quite slow, sweet kitties, but they can be a bit fierce, I feel. Sometimes when they do not want to be held, then yeah. I'm gonna try and close my DMs for now. DM. Okay, I think I managed to close it. It's fine. You can buy special type from vets. I've heard that you can give the kittens, what do you call that, baths? Like just regular baths with warm water to like kill the fleas, I think. I think it has to be hot water, but warm water should be okay, I think. And probably regular soap works, right? Like cat body wash kind of soap. I read somewhere where they said they use like dishwashing, so I'm like, huh, that's kind of weird. Shouldn't we use like cat shampoo? I don't know. I don't know if we can bath kittens or not, because their immune system is kind of weaker, right? So maybe they can't regulate their body temperature as well and might fall sick. But I'm just waiting uh for the medication to come and we'll see. Where are the meow meow? I don't know if you can see one. Can you see her? Oh, sorry, there's my tissue. Oh, she knows we're looking at her. One more baby is behind. Baby. When my grandma's kittens were small, the boy fell into the water and the girl led my grandma to him. Oh, they're really smart. But like sometimes I just don't understand them. Like, why are you meowing? What do you want from me? What do you food? Do you want pets? Do you want scratches? What do you want? Comfy little fella. Yeah, she's a comfy baby. Oh, but she's so fierce though. When like I feed them the treats on a stick, right? Then she would smack her sister's face just so that she could have more of the treats. So she was like legit pushes. I'm like, no, don't bully your sister. So I denied her of the treats and gave it to Lulu instead. Yeah. Okay. I haven't had my lunch, but I am a hungry girl.
The way through can get a little bit boring if you're just playing it on your own. But for 10 minutes, which is how much practice time you've got on songs in your practice schedule.
Don't so. I don't think you can find them here though.
10 minutes. Kind of like some sort of Chinese water source or something. It just does exactly the same thing for 10 whole minutes. And your fingers are going to be sore. And you're going to struggle to make the chord changes. That's just not the right way to do it. Okay? Using my beginner song course app, we give you drums and bass and a melody played on the piano, so that
Maybe I'll go
so that it's
tomorrow.
easy to play along with. It'll feel much
Oh
more
yeah, I
like you're
think I
actually
can.
playing a real
After
song.
tomorrow's like afternoon, I can head out, get my nails cut.
I
Okay, look at
understand
him
maybe not
jamming.
everyone can afford to buy an app because that is a paid for part of the thing. It's not something I can give away. We have to pay royalties to the songwriters and all of that sort of stuff and share app development costs. So it has to be a paid for thing, okay? If you can't afford it, we
And
include
just
play alongs like that on the
get
website
a
as well. There'll be
metronome.
links on the practice page they'll give you, actually that song is one of them, where you can play along with me and the app. Okay, so there is a way of doing it for free still, but you will find the app is an incredible tool because there's a lot more songs than just one or two. There's a whole heap of different songs that you can choose from, even at this early stages. I can't remember, I don't think it's not hundreds for sure that have only got two songs, but like the ones I've got here in front of me that are great songs off that are fantastic for beginners in this, just with the A chord and the D chord. Born in the USA by Bruce Springsteen. That one's possibly a little easier because you stay on each chord for a bit longer. Dance the Night Away I mentioned already. You
You know, you
Sound
can
Good
get
to
on
Me.
phone.
Again,
Yeah, there are
I think
probably
it's
apps on
really
it, right? You
hard
don't
with these
have
chords
to.
from memory.
Or
It's just
even
a
a lot
simple
of
kind of
music
pop
apps
catchy
have
tune. Nice
metronomes
song.
available.
Silence is Easy, Star Sailor song. Again, it's got a little bit longer on the chord, so it's slightly easier than Dance
Yeah.
the Night Away.
So it's cool because I
But really,
can
I mean,
control my
they're all great
amps on
songs.
the
They're great fun to play
computer.
along with. There are more
So I
songs, as a
can
matter of fact.
play
I'll put
like
links on
beat,
on this page on the
beat
website as well
sound.
with any other songs. If you've got any suggestions, if you encounter some songs
But
that
they
just
don't
use A
sound
chord
very
and D chord, then
different
do let
though.
me know if they're not on
Maybe
my list, and I'll
brown?
investigate. And if you're right, then I'll add them into the course as well. The important thing at this early stage is just to pick a song or a couple of songs and have a go. Get used to the feeling of playing
You
a
don't
song,
sound
understand the importance of the chord changes,
very
start getting
different
used to the
from the
feeling of the
clean
rhythm,
acoustic.
maybe counting along, going 1, 2, 3, 4, strum,
That's
2, 3,
acoustic.
4,
This
getting
is
used to the
brown.
feeling of playing music. It is difficult at the early stages. I don't want to sound like a broken record here, just telling you the same thing, but it's really important
I need to
in
go
these
and
early
figure out
stages
how
that
my
you don't
amps work
feel like, oh
again.
man, I just can't do it. I'm not made to play guitar. It's too hard. Everyone feels like that in those, the first few
How to
lessons.
use
Okay,
song app.
just get your
Module
head down.
1 practice routine.
Hey, how you doing? Justin back with you to talk about your practice routine for lesson 1. So I've prescribed you a pretty specific 20 minutes a day, which, as I mentioned before, I
20
would
minutes a
recommend you
day
do it
of
for 4
doing
times a
this.
week. But if you're really going for it and your fingers aren't hurting too much, there wouldn't be any real bad harm in trying to do it
Oh
every day if
god!
you so desire.
Hello, Kanai Mamoru. Thank you so much for the read. Oh, oh, I typed it wrongly. Oh no. Thank you so much for reading me. Follow and cheers. You were playing. Just chatting. What were you doing on stream? Oh, thank you. Hi, Remy. Hi. We're learning the guitar on stream today. Hi, Bear Sprite. Oh, I just chatting and hanging out. That's fun. I love like watching food videos on stream with my chat. I show y'all my nails that I probably have to cut away if I want to continue learning the guitar. So I just got them done and they're so pretty. Fortunately, to go. So much for dropping by, everybody. I hope you can enjoy your time here. It's gonna be very chill and learning guitar from scratch. I used to play about 10, more than 10 years ago, but I'm super rusty with it. I don't really know how to play anymore. And look, it's a Fender Squire Stratocaster that I bought like probably half a year ago, but I didn't have time to play. I want to learn guitar again because I stopped playing. Oh my god, same, same. I used to play the classical guitar, and that was like about, yeah, 10-ish years ago. And I went for professional classes at Yamaha, and literally there's a teacher, there's a maestro, and then he's like, oh, for tuning you'll have to only do it by ear. So he gives us the E string like dun, and then we have to like from whatever he's playing, do it and match it with our own guitars, and then do like tuning based off our first string, which is like, it's so fun actually. Come to think about it, I probably would enjoy guitar lessons now a lot more than I did when I was younger. Like I think then when your parents get you to play instruments, you're like, oh, okay, yeah, that's fun, but I want to do other things. I want to play Maple Story and Audition C. I don't want to play the guitar, but here I am, 10 years later, with an electric guitar. I really like rock music, rock and metal. But I mainly listen to mainstream bands like Bring Me the Horizon, Spirit Box, and so on. And I want to play their songs one day. But it's not easy. It's difficult. And oh, even Polyphia. I wish I could play their songs someday, but it's gonna be a lot of practice. We're just doing this journey together with chat on stream. That sounds difficult. It is, but it's so fun. More cutesy aesthetic chicks who love metal. Hell yeah. I love Spirit Box and Bring Me the Horizon, seriously. Oh, like I think I used to listen to Pierce the Veil growing up as well. And like the typical what do you call that emo bands, right? I want to play their songs. Great music taste. Thank you, sir. Thank you. In fact, when I was younger, I was in the Chinese orchestra as well. So I could play the Chinese violin called the erhu, and then you just like you have to pull the bow. And I played that for 3 years, I think. I'm not very good at it actually, because my instructor only speaks in like what Mandarin, and I struggle to understand her sometimes. Uh, but those are things I've been wanting to pick up again. Like I want to play the erhu again. I want to play the guitar again. I want to play like so many things, but like I don't know where to practice or where to start from. Like if you have a proper teacher, you have like a structure, and then like oh, what to practice, where to start, what to do. So I'm just like using free resources now, since like I used to sub to a Patreon to learn, but I could never follow the lessons. Like it's just kind of disorganized. Sing for a day. Hell yeah. Oh my god, I should learn how to play it. My favorite is baby metal. I love baby metal. Like I think the first song I really liked from them was the Megitsune, if that's what it's called. I think that's what the lyrics consist of. And then when Baby Metal did a collab with Bring Me the Horizon, oh, I've been trying to get back into bass. Oh, bass is like sort of like sexy, like the sounds. I don't know how to describe it, but I think bass is hard to play, right? Because the strings are also thick versus like the guitars. I'm still getting used to like electric guitar strings as well, since they're like metal ish versus like a like nylon strings from the classical guitar. That's why I chose the instrument to look sexy. Relatable, so you can raise girls. Oh my god, like I wanted to start a band long time ago when I was like what 13, I'm 14, and then we didn't have, or I didn't have electric guitar then, so I would go like super far away to rent a studio with my friends, and then we would jam. And the funny thing was I had no idea how to play the guitar then, so I didn't even know you had to plug it into amps to play the guitar. And I didn't even know like just how to play the electric in general. So I was just playing it raw dogging it without the amps. So I was just listening to like the basic string sounds. Oh my god. So it's so funny. I can't believe I did that. And plus it was like $50 to rent the studio an hour or something. And I just didn't make use of my time. The strings are tough, my fingers are crying. Yeah, so the thing about guitars is, yeah, they always give you the little calluses thingy on your fingertips, which is like kind of weird. when like people hold your hands and stuff, but I guess at the same time it could be like sexy, you know, like, oh gosh, girl, your hands are so rough. What you been doing with those hands? Oh,
I would prescribe 3 minutes of D chord
my
chord
amps are
perfect
pretty
practice.
good though. I think
Okay,
I
so for
bought a
3 minutes of
decent
your
one in
time,
like
you
the
can use the
Boss
practice
Katana
assistant
amps.
on the
But I
app,
feel
on
like
the
I'm not
website. You can
putting
use
it to
the
good
app.
use.
There's lots of different ways of timing your practice, but I would recommend that you keep a note of it. At
I
this
want to
point,
play Paramore
the
songs
best way
too.
of doing that is to use the practice assistant on my website. But the app will also be very helpful for that as well. The idea with the chord perfect thing, you're just going to get the chord. You hit start on your timer. You do the fingers.
Break by Boring
1,
Break also has a really
2,
nice like
3.
melody to it.
Strum.
Dun, dun, dun. But I don't think I can play it now because my nails are too long. Like if I were to. Eh? I need to find. I don't know what's for it. Helps break by Boring. I play with you with my ukulele. Hell yeah. 7-9. Great. Ah, 7-9-5-7. This one is 11. 5-7-9. No. I don't know how they do that. Curvy sound too. Iggy, can you play the guitar? We have to change the amps effect. Make it cool. Get the sound on lead. 5-7-9. It's not as cool. Maybe I need like some sound effects to have the little reverb thingy. It was nice meeting you too. Good night, dear Sprite. Thank you. Yeah, I think a lot of the cool effects you gotta like have a what do you call that, pedal or something. But what if I add reverb? Ooh. Still doesn't sound as cool. How about standard tuning 77997. So I feel like probably has to be barred. Ooh! Wait, it sounds a bit like it. Bar. Bum, bum, bum. Then they remove one. Ooh. You see how much my hands are bending? Maybe Maybe it's the guitar position. 7, 7, 9. Ooh. 4, 5, 3. Oh, 3, 4. So it's a bar. Then dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. No, wait, it's so hard. Hmm? I probably have to redo this like a million times to have it sound right. And that's Ignorance by Paramore. Wait, let's see. Let y'all hear it for a short moment. Minus the ets. Ets! Da-da-da-da-da-da. Dum-dum. This 4, 5. Oh, what am I missing? Amps effects. Front? Brown maybe? Or am I supposed to adjust effects on my amps itself behind? They don't sound different. Maybe the other way. Hey! Palm milk. 7. Is this how you palm milk? I don't think it's supposed to be like that. Mm, let's go back to his videos. Pitch Wizard.
Make any corrections? And then strum it again. Tell yourself that's the right way to play the chord. Take your hand off. Same thing again. Finger 1, finger 2, finger 3. Temp the chord. Make corrections.
Maybe I should be
That's
using a
practice,
pick.
perfect practice, and you're going to be doing
But
that
I
for
think I
3
dropped
minutes
mine. I don't
on the D chord,
like.
and then 3 minutes, exactly the same exercise, but on the A chord. Okay, so 3 minutes on D, 3 minutes on
Lemon
A.
Brush,
Then we're
thank
going to
you
go
for
to 2
following.
minutes
Welcome.
of anchor finger work. Okay, now you're not pressing hard for the anchor finger work. That's really
Thank you,
important.
the rest
You're
of
just
following
literally
to
going to be playing
the
the A chord,
thank you.
and then the D
First,
chord,
right, thank you.
and the A chord, but we're not
Family.
actually playing anything.
Oh.
We're not even pressing full strength with the fingers. We're just trying to get the fingers into the right spot and concentrating on that motion of the first finger where it's moving just that little bit within the same fret and working as an anchor. Okay, 2 minutes on that. Then you've got 2 times 1 minute changes on A to D. Okay, if you want, you could do one
So he
session of 1
plays the
minute changes,
chords,
then do
then
the anchor fingers,
changes
and
the
then do
chords.
another session of 1 minute changes. That way you get a little break in between. That's probably not a bad plan.
Dutch is not
The
Deutsch.
1 minute changes,
They're
of course,
different
hit
languages.
start. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
Nein.
6,
Ich kann
7,
ein
8,
bisschen Deutsch
etc. for a minute,
sprechen,
and then
aber
writing down. Really
nicht
important that you write down or
Dutch.
type in if you're using the practice system. You type in how many changes you did on that day. Okay, it's a really good motivational tool.
Ricky
Really helps you
Slays,
with
thank
your
you
chord
for
changes.
following.
Also
Welcome.
helps you play songs. After that, you've got 10 minutes
Where do you
of
know
practice.
German? I studied it for 3 years in
I would really strongly recommend you spend half of your practice time playing songs. That's the point of all this. At the end of the
how do I
course,
say
you want to have songs
aber
that you can
Deutsch
play.
für
Songs that you can play for other
3
people,
Jahre
that you can play for
schon
yourself, that you
gelernt
might play at a
an
gig
der
one day.
Universität.
Songs is what it's
You
all
think?
about. Nobody goes to a concert to watch
Nur
people
ein
play
bisschen.
scales or play chords.
Nur,
They play to a song. So I'd recommend that right
not
from the first
curriculum.
lesson,
I
that you get
can
into the
pick
idea of playing songs.
like
Now, I've given you
electives
some
to
suggested
supplement
songs. You can
my
either use my beginner
current
song course
curriculum
app, you
or
can
my
use the
I mean
play
my
alongs
previous
on the
curriculum
website,
itself.
you could play along with the
So
original
some
recordings.
people, or usually most people, would pick like languages to learn in university. So we have like a lot of variety. People pick like Japanese, Korean, German. I think French. So I did classes in both German and French, but I did German for 3 years, whereas I did French for uh just one semester. So I can't speak French well, or nor did I think I learned that much from it. I think because there's not enough practice and super rusty. And people usually study Japanese and Korean then, and the classes were all full. So what I wanted to do then was actually go into Japanese classes, but I just couldn't get a slot because of how competitive it is to like study language. And of course it's difficult because like everyone is passionate about learning the language itself, like Japanese. So in classes you would expect that people would already have like advanced knowledge of the language when they enter the course. So even though it's like for beginners, there are people who like feign that they pretend that they don't know anything about it, and then they get like super good grades for classes. And it's very difficult because group projects, all of these people will be far in front of you, uh and it's just very competitive, and I felt that maybe it wouldn't be fun learning Japanese university. Versus like German, it's not something that everyone would want to learn. So I don't actually have to fight for the entry to the course itself. It was very easy to enter. And it's not difficult to catch up as well, because like everyone's on almost the same level, like complete beginners, and then we all start from scratch, learn vocab together, and classes were everyone was around the same like knowledge level, so the pace was like good for all of us, versus like a more advanced class where you have to like struggle to start on. Okay, bye Iggy, thank you so much for joining. Good luck with your work. Yeah, so German was less competitive, so it was fun, and I met a lot of cool people from my cohort as well, and like lifelong friends. I really like the German culture actually, and I don't regret picking all. In fact, I just ordered some pretzels. Pretzel. It's in my fridge with the Frischkäse cheese, cream cheese with garlic. Garlic, I think. Garlic and herbs. So I think like language wise, Japanese is something I can easily pick up outside of like school. which I have done at like language school in Singapore. It's like online lessons over Zoom. So I could easily find lessons for that. And it's something that a lot of people want to learn versus like German, I think. At least in Singapore, it's not as popular compared to like Korean. But no regrets at all. Very happy. And I wish I could practice more. And I really love Germany. If I could, I would like move there, man. Or um I would stay there for a while or even work there, I think. I, I believe I would enjoy it a lot. So I was thinking about it a lot quite often, like, oh, should I uh go study or work outside of Singapore, since kind of feeling about staying here. I'm at that phase in life where I'm like, oh, I want to explore, I want to do more things. I don't want to be stuck in a bubble and just stay in Singapore my whole life. Like, I want to do more. So I did consider, like, what if I migrated overseas to work, do more. And the countries that I have shortlisted was like Japan and Germany. But Japan wise, I think the work culture is very different, and I believe it is very stressful compared to like a lot of other work cultures outside. Because I recently visited Japan and I stayed with my mom's friend slash goddaughter who just moved to Japan 3 months ago to stay with her current boyfriend, and she's working there as well. So thankfully her job, like, she could transfer the over to Japan because they have branches overseas as well. So they like just help her to get into the Japan branch and she could start work there as like a role that she previously had, and she said it was very stressful and she didn't like the culture. So I'm just afraid that's something that I would struggle with if I did migrate and to work, but I don't know. I'm from Colombia. I love guitar. Hello. What kind of guitar do you play? Electric, classical, acoustic? I bought the electric because like I really wanted to play it. Something I've wanted to do since I was like young, but I could never like just find a routine to pick it up. They say you can run away, but you can't run away from yourself. But I mean, yeah, that's true. Routine, what is it? I'm only familiar with Ibanez. Is that what you call it? Ibanez, Ibanez, and Fender guitars. Like, I don't know a lot of brands of it. Ibanez because Tim Henson. Oh my god, Henson. Mm. I really like Polyphia's music. When I discovered it, I'm like, oh, I never thought I would be listening to a band without like vocals in it, but here I am. And like, I've always wanted to own a Fender guitar because I used to listen to Paramore a lot then, and the guitarist in Paramore, they used Fender guitars. So I'm like, oh, that must be a good brand then. Guitars look sleek and nice. Honest, oh, I love the range of guitars with the Tree of Death art on it. Wait, let me show you actually. I have art of my VTuber model with it. Can you see? So like the tattoo on the neck is like similar to what Tim Henson has. And then you see the guitar, it's my white Squire Shadowcaster with the Tree of Death art on it. Oh wait, I'm just copiaming because I probably could never afford one. But maybe somehow later. when I'm more accustomed to guitar. I really like the acoustic one though, without like the hole in the center. The one with the nylon strings. That looks so good.
In some cases where it's not too difficult and it's in the right key, again, and I should note
Maybe
that
let's not
at least
practice.
once before the next lesson, you should have a go at playing songs
Let's
on your
go
own
to
without a hammer,
module
without a
2.
backing track, just so you can clearly hear your guitar and you're not getting an unrealistic.
Beginner grade 1. Module 1. We did this. Rhythm and chord changes. Your first riff.
Hey, how you doing? Justin continuing the lesson on with a look at the E chord. Now, a lot of people find the E chord a little easier than A and D.
E?
And the reason I pop it into lesson
Like
2 is
this?
because if you've done your homework and you've practiced your A and D and you've got those changes up, when we add in the E, it feels a little bit
Or is
easier.
it like
And the
this?
repertoire choices that we've got with those 3 chords becomes huge all of a sudden. So it's a lot of fun. So this is what an E chord looks like.
Oh?
It's actually a pretty
Oh, I
cool
was
one because
missing
we
the top
don't
one.
have to worry about not strumming any strings. We're going to strum all 6 strings for this chord. Now, as usual, we're going to start with the first finger. First finger's going to go down right next to the fret in the first fret on
No,
the
I can't do the resguardo
one,
because I have this
two,
ribbon here. Normally you would like,
then we're going to put second finger down,
right?
right up next to the fret
It's
again,
not.
but like, not right on it for reasons you're going to see in a second, but a tiny little bit back, and that's the second fret of the 5th string. That's the second thickest string. And then third finger is going to go down right next to the fret there on the 4th string. So the second and third fingers are in the same fret. That's why I said to you, if you put your second finger down there right next to the fret,
Okay, I
try to
got
get
it,
that
sir.
out strum. So we start off by
Out
giving it a
strum.
strum, and we pick out the notes one at a time, and then we strum it again. Now, when I was learning this stuff, I found it really difficult to use a pick for picking the notes out one at a time, so don't be upset if
I should
you're
use a
going to use
pick.
your thumb.
Where is my pick?
Just go through and pick out the notes like that. That's totally
Oh,
cool as well.
got
Like I
it.
said, you do the best you can here. You try and push yourself a little bit. That's okay, but don't feel upset if you find using the pick really difficult, because I certainly did when I
Oh.
was learning this stuff. Now, a couple of things about the hand position and the things we're going to be aware of. Now, I've got the thumb there hooking over the top, and that's kind of a normal thing for me when I play naturally these days after having played for 30 years. At this point, the reason is bar chords, when we're going to play like whole shapes and we've got to press all the strings down at
Oh,
once.
that's
So
the
we
whole
really want to
E.
get that muscle nice and strong. So it's much better in the early stages to be playing with the thumb around the back of the
Oh my
neck.
god, there's no
Now,
sound.
exactly where it goes will depend on your anatomy, because everyone's got a different shaped thumb and it sits in a different place. So it should generally be speaking behind the fingers in the top half of the neck of the guitar. Okay, roughly. Some kind of point. Other people you can get good. It's a piece of the first thing is up too far and is touching when we're enough, because there's not much sort of sound. Okay, you're getting the note dead sound. So just behind the right chord now for your chord practice. You're going to strum. You're going to pick the notes out one at a time and strum again. For most people, when they start, it'll probably sound like this. And then you have to go through and third finger up and first finger up. And then when you've got that sounding good,
Which should be
then you give
good.
it a strum again.
E chord anchors and tricks.
Hey, Justin here, back to talk about anchor fingers with your E chord and the A and the D that you've learned already. So starting off on our E chord, if we're going to an A chord, we're going to leave first finger down, because first finger is still our anchor, and we're going to slide it up halfway to in the second fret, and then put down fingers 2 and 3 for our A chord. We go back to E, second and third fingers off, slide it back, drop it back down again. So that's the first thing you really want to practice.
I'm using my nail to press the string.
And then lift them off back to the E chord. Okay, so E to A, really nice change. It just involves a 1 fret slide there with the first finger. When we're going to the D chord, it's the same kind of idea. First finger's going to slide up. This time it's going to slide right up to the second fret. Second and third fingers go down to the D chord. So second and third fingers off, slide it back to the first fret. Second and third fingers go down. E, up, slide it forward, put the fingers down. On there.
Chord changes E,
Again.
D, E.
Just the same with the D chord. We just had to, the A to D change, we only had to move that first finger a little bit within the second fret. Now we've got to slide it way back, right into the first fret, and then put those fingers down. Now, depending on where you're at with your chord changes, you might find that you're putting the fingers down in order, and that's okay. Okay, the best, if you're not putting them down all at once, you want to put them down in finger order. So first finger's there, second finger, third finger. Go to the A.
Have y'all like seen the video
second finger,
of
third finger down. Back to the E. Off,
Chop Suey,
slide it back, second finger, third finger. To the D
where he
chord,
like plays
off,
the
finger,
top of the song and I mean the top of the
okay, long
fretboard.
term, they'll go together. So when you change it between your chords, the other fingers, in fact all the fingers, will eventually go down at the same time. But at the beginner stages, you want to be thinking always in terms of fingers 1, 2, 3. So there's a pattern, so there's a method, there's something to follow, and you're confident you know which ones you're going to do when.
Helping your foot to develop.
How you doing, Justin? Back with you.
Right,
Today
thank
we're going
you.
to talk about how to tap your foot. Yep, you heard right. We're going to learn about how to tap your foot and why, actually, and we're going to start with that. So I'm sure you've seen people tapping their foot along as they're playing guitar, and you might have wondered why they're doing it. It's giving yourself an external pulse, something to help you keep time. The only thing in our body that gives us a regular time is our heartbeat. We don't really want to follow that because that should be a relatively consistent beat, and we might be playing faster or slower or whatever. So we need this external thing to help us keep in the groove. Okay, we're going to learn about playing with a metronome, which is that little tick-tock thing a little bit later on. But the first step really is to learn
Don't you think language learning is unnecessary? No, I don't think so at all. Because you can't speak with ChatGPT. If like a French person or German person comes in the chat and they're like, hello, lovely, we get. Like I don't have to translate, I can just be like, oh, good, and dear.
1, 2, 3, and the 4. Not the rhythm of the song. If the rhythm's going ding, 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 whatever, you would still just be keeping your foot playing on the 1, 2, 3, and the 4. So what I want you to do this week is start to get in the habit of
you don't have to like translate everything. You can answer it off the bat. Plus, I like learning new languages, so maybe that's just me. I like
you want your foot to tap along.
I like being able to speak more than one language.
Automatic part of your brain. So as soon as there's music going on, your foot just starts tapping in time with the music. Let's talk about how we tap our foot.
Hobby.
Assuming you're a right-handed guitar player, you want to tap your left
I feel like
foot,
ChatGPT can't replace everything.
If you tap your right foot, your guitar's going to jump up and down. That's going to make changing chords and strumming and picking out notes really difficult.
Knowing new languages is kind of like just adding your own personal skills, your repertoire. Like you're leveling up your own personal skill book, and that's pretty cool. But I get some people find that okay, maybe it's not like the best thing because there's ChatGPT and stuff, but like I feel sometimes you have an over reliance on AI to do our stuff now. Languages is something that is helpful personally. And you go to any place in the world, you can speak to the vendors in their native language, order food, have a genuine conversation with people and not through like a phone stuff. Like I think it's just different. If someone spoke to me like in their like let's say if I'm French or something, like if someone spoke to me in French, I'd probably be like, oh, that's cool. Try to learn the language, speak to me, they appreciate. Like when I was overseas in France for a holiday with my friends, like even the hotel owners are like, or the hostel owners, they're like pretty nice to you when they know that you try to learn their language or you speak a little bit of them. Yeah, the feeling, it feels good. Is the feeling real? For me, it's real. Oh yeah, hello kitty. How are you doing? Hello. I'm so hungry. I didn't eat lunch because like I was rushing to set up my stream for today. And it took me so long. I'm like, why could I not hear my guitar through my computer? I realized I was just like listening to the wrong audio. Spent like 1 hour trying to figure it out. You didn't eat? No, I didn't. So probably after I end stream, I'm going to like make spaghetti, I think. Or I can eat a bagel or pretzel. My Red Mart order just came. And I ordered like cat litter plus um bagels, pretzels. Speaking of cat, car, car guy, car. I don't know where's my other car. He's probably sleeping in the other. Come on, kitty. Kitties, like kitty. Sound asleep. Yeah. You've been so naughty today. Oh wait, I know where's my other kitty. Oh my god. Hello, baby. Sound asleep. They're just both at my table. I think it's so cute because like I just love it when they hang out with me when I do stuff on my computer game and whatnot. It's so precious.
Here's my left foot. Now the question is,
Let's
where do I tap and how do I tap? So most people
drumming mechanics.
Hey, how you doing? Justin here. In this lesson, we're going to talk about strumming mechanics for beginners. So exactly like how your arm should sit, the angle it should sit, where the motion comes
It's
from. Is it your wrist? Is it your arm? All of
here.
that sort of stuff. I think having an understanding of that can really help a beginner on their journey. So it's slightly different for acoustic guitar and electric guitar.
Like, do
But I'm
you
going to
rest
take
it
you
like
through
this or
both.
like
Okay, so
this?
starting off with acoustic guitar, first thing you want to
You
realize is
rest
that
it
your
like
arm's
this.
going to sit on the guitar, on the top of the guitar, so it's nice and relaxed. You shouldn't be kind of floating away from the instrument. That'll cause you a lot of tension in the shoulder, and you really want to be as relaxed as possible. So your arm sits on the acoustic guitar in a nice, relaxed way. So find a little spot where it's kind of totally relaxed, sitting on the instrument. Now, it's important to realize that part of this placement is to hold your guitar sturdy. Okay, you don't want to be
Right?
holding the guitar up with your fretting hand at all. Okay, so it
Don't
should
hold
sit
it
the
if
same
you're
when you're doing your
fretting.
chords as when you've taken that hand off altogether. So
It.
it's the shape of the guitar there, the way it sits on your leg, and the
But
pressure
the way
from that
the
arm that'll
electric
hold the
sits is
guitar
so
nice
different
and
from
firmly
like
in place. Okay, so
the
that's an important
signal.
thing to realize first of all. Now, the actual motion when you're strumming as a beginner should be your forearm. Now, there are
Uh-uh.
techniques later on where you use your wrist where it becomes a lot more like flicking water off your hand, particularly if you're strumming real quick. But my recommendation for beginners is that you get into this idea of it being a forearm movement. So what we're looking for here really is from the elbow all of the way down right to the thumb is a straight line. Okay, the pick is going to come out the side of the thumb. So the motion there with the hand stays more or less parallel to the guitar all the time. Okay, so just get used to that without
It's
strumming the
really
guitar
pretty.
first of
Thank
all.
you.
Just
I
try and
love
get
it
used to that
too.
feeling.
There's
You want it to
a
be as relaxed as possible. Of course, you're going
there's
to
a
require
Fender
some muscle
Stratocaster in
moving
white.
to be able to create the tension to make your
Very
arm move.
sleek
But
and
it wants to
clean.
be as relaxed
Although
as
there's
it
some
can. It
parts where I
doesn't
think
want to
there's
feel
still
all
like the
tight and
plastic
tense.
wrapping on it.
Because
I didn't
strumming
manage to
sounds
pull it off.
horrible and tight and tense, and your pick will
The
keep
clean
getting
girl
stuck in the strings if you're like that. You
knocked
want
her
it to
against
be
my
just
fan.
really as relaxed as you can possibly get it. Okay, really feel like almost the down strums are almost like your hands just dropping down. Then you use a little bit of muscle to bring it back, and then it's dropping. It wants to feel really that relaxed. Okay, it's a really important part of this beginner journey is getting your strumming mechanics feeling good. Okay, now another part of that is how
How the
hard
E
you hold the
sound.
pick and how you hold the
The
pick. So if you're following my guidance here, the pick should come out the side of your thumb. Okay,
pick
now
should
it
come out
wants
the
to be
side
at
of
a
it.
little bit of an angle to the strings as well. If the pick is square onto the strings, it kind of jerks through a little bit. It'll keep getting caught. The worst is if it's angled like this and then you go for a down strum, it's just going to pull into the strings,
So
okay? So it wants to be kind
hold
of
it
parallel first of all, and then slightly
parallel,
pointing
slightly
down,
pointing
slightly
down.
away from you. I think that's going to be a really important little movement. Just that little bit, just often just bending the knuckle of your thumb just a little bit can make a huge difference. And then you'll see now that the pick hits the strings at an angle, and therefore it's not going to get caught. Okay? It's such a little subtle difference. Just the movement of that thumb from there to there means that instead of the pick being flat on, that little bit of angle means the pick will glide over the strings rather than potentially getting caught in the strings. You'll find it can just glide through. It doesn't want to be too much. It's not like 90 degrees. It's like maybe 20 or 30 degrees to the strings.
20, 30 degrees.
Now, once you've got that, a really good exercise to do, just a little bit on your own. It's not like you have to practice it every day, but just making the motion down and up over the strings like that, making sure that it's not coming from your wrist. There's not too much twisty stuff going on here. There's coming from the forearm and trying to keep it relaxed. Now, what you're going to
So
find is if you
awkward
hold
though.
the pick too tight, it gets all jerky again. So you want the pick to be so loose, like unbelievably loose. Especially for beginners, they worry about dropping the pick all the time. That's dead normal, and you probably will drop it sometimes. That's okay. But you want to feel the pick as loosely in your fingers as you can. It's one of the reasons why I suggest for beginners that you start with a very, very thin pick, the thinnest you can find. Because if you hold your pick too tight,
No, I was watching this YouTube video online. This girl, she didn't like the color of her picks. So what she did was she used gel nail polish and then she painted over it and she cured it under the UV gel so that her picks are pastel in color. And then when she was like strumming the guitar, right, pieces of all the gel started to scrape off.
And as you get a bit better, you want
And
to
I
use
think
a
it
thicker
probably
and
like
thicker
ruined the
pick
strings a
so
bit.
that you can control the volume and you control how you play.
Don't
Much
paint
better
your
with a thick pick,
picks.
but it requires a lighter grip, and that's often hard for beginners. As it is, you're going to find the pick
Like upward
moving around
strums
in your
feel
fingers, and you're
awkward.
going to have to stop all the time and go like reset it because it'll be pointing in the wrong direction.
And like she stuck stickers all over her guitar and I was like, no, don't do
But just for now, I want you to concentrate on
not
the
yet.
straight arm motion
It's too
from the
clean.
wrist
I'll
and
go
angling
crazy
the
if I
pick
actually have
just
like
a little bit on
stickers
the
all over
contact of the
it. Oh
string
my god.
and being aware of
Real
not
pros
moving the
use
pick too
teeth.
far. Like I said,
Heck yeah.
we'll discuss
Do
a
you
little bit
use
more
teeth?
detail about
Show
how that
me.
works later on. But just for now, not too tight and use a thin pick. Okay, I'm using my kind of the thicker pick. I do actually have.
Wish I had teeth.
That
Then
now.
what do you
This
have?
is a thin pick, so this is it's essentially like
Dentures?
completely bendy. And with this one, I can hold it as hard as I like, and it
Like
still
holding
doesn't
the
get
pick
caught up in the
is
strings. Okay,
awkward.
because it's just bends,
Yeah.
bends flat, you know.
And
So
downward
that's the
slightly.
reason I think this, the super thin pick is really great for beginners. I'm struggling. I'm like 4 or 5, 6 weeks into my beginners left-handed lessons, and I find if I use this orange pick, it's just feels really awkward, even though I exactly know what I should be doing. Right? I really deeply know that I shouldn't be holding the pick too hard. I still struggle with it. Okay, but the
So you
sooner
gotta
you
hold
can
it
be aware
loosely,
of the better, and the sooner you're going to
but
start
not
getting it right.
too
So let me
loosely.
talk you through a little bit about the difference now
Yet
with
it has to be
electric guitar,
angled
because
downwards.
the idea is the same, the concept's the same, the movements are the same, but you don't have this rest for your arm. So it's one of the reasons why I really find it uncomfortable to play with a long shirt on or something, a jumper.
Boom click.
Because
I
you want to have
see.
a little bit of grip here of the forearm on the guitar itself.
Excuse me.
Okay, so your arm sits on here and it kind of moves
How are you?
on the guitar. Okay, it's why you often get a little bit
Oh,
of wear
he's
on
showing the
retro guitars
electric
or old vintage
versus
guitars. You
the
get a lot of wear on this part of
the acoustic
guitar
just
neck
now.
because your arm kind of sits on
Oh
it.
wait, good
The
evening. How are you
grippiness of
doing?
the skin kind of holds it in place because you still want the shoulder to be nice and relaxed. You don't want to be doing like this, strumming like this away from the instrument with nothing, with your elbow
So
floating free.
lean your
It's really
elbow.
painful. You get far too much tension in your shoulder, probably end up really badly injuring yourself. So
In fact, I don't even know what all these
loosely on the
things do
guitar
here.
like
Like,
this,
what are
so there's
these?
a little bit of grip, and then
The
it's
tone?
exactly the same motion, so it's still parallel to the strings. You're still thinking about that slight angle there with the pick. Okay, all of those things are the same. Still thinking nice and relaxed all the time. You just want you can see that the
Eddie!
motion, instead of it being like sitting on it, is just like
You're
sitting on
learning
the
to
top
play the
like we get with
guitar
an acoustic
today.
guitar. It's just sitting on there. There's a touch more tension. I can just, because I'm trying to be really aware of it, there's a little bit more tension there in my shoulder,
Learn how to
holding my
hold a
arm
pick.
in place, but not much. It's just not quite as relaxed as on an acoustic guitar.
And the E
But
chord.
definitely that's part of the reason. You should try.
E
Just try
chord.
putting a jumper on and see how your hand's unable to kind of sit in the right place. I have seen guys that kind of
Where's
rest
the
their
guitar sound?
forearm
Can
a
y'all
little bit
hear?
more.
Oh, y'all can't hear my guitar sound. Can you hear? Can, right? Yay. I was like looking at the Paramore song just now. But I can't like bar the other chord. Only like the It's tough. Barring kind of fingers short. How's Japan? Japan good. Lumpy eat a lot. Lumpy had lots of yummy. I want more egg sandwiches though. I just want to go over there for egg sandwiches. I want to play the guitar every day and practice. Oh my god. My earpiece battery just died. No juice, guys. No juice. Should I use my headphones? But I use earpiece. But my earpiece, what if the wires touch the guitar? That'll be like funny. Will it touch? I do it underneath. It'll be fine. Fine. Meanwhile, hi. Yeah, they're my kittens. Oh, peace. Right side, left side. Yeah, I got one orange cat and one like grayish colored cat. Way back. Here's the okay. Properties. Then oh, that was loud. Oh my god, why is there buzzing sounds? Hold on, let me test. It's buzzing, buzz buzz. Amps. Maybe I have to cancel the listen primary. Oh my god, I just realized this is the one that I can hear the sound from. Reverb. My reverb was on. Okay. Booster off. FX off. Should be fine now. Okay. So just now was like listening to the raw sounds, I think. Is the orange one naughty? They're both naughty, sir. So just now it was on brown. Oh, it sounds so much better. But I think it's a bit scratchy. Beat. That's brown. Ooh, okay, wait. I can do this now. Break by boring break tab. Maybe it'll sound good. I did it! Seven, 9. So it's like oops, what it? Should be like I'm mute or something. In the fairy tale somewhere. Okay, sorted it out. Strumming on beat, chord changes for 1.
Hey, how you doing, Justin? Back with you again for another important little bit of advice for those of you on my beginner's course for when you're playing songs. And that is the importance of getting your chords right and ready for beat 1. So if you're playing a song, no matter how fast it is, you want to try to get your strum right on beat 1. Okay, sometimes it's not going to be possible. If you're really struggling, you're trying to get to the chord as fast as you can, but you just can't do it. But what you want to do as a general rule is start changing your chords with enough time that you can get the chord ready for the next strum on beat 1.
Yes, this is a Fender Squier Stratocaster.
We're going 1 strum per bar. We go 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. I can start the change after beat 4 because I'm pretty confident with that chord change. It's not a big effort for me. But I know when I'm playing lefty and I'm struggling with it, I'd probably have to start changing chords around beat 3. So going
good stuff.
1,
Yeah.
2, 3,
Someday I'll own an
1,
Ibanez.
2, 3, 4,
The one with the
1, 2, 3,
Tree of Death on it.
1, 2, and that's okay. It's much better to be playing the chord right on beat 1 than it is to be late all the time. Because if you got like this 1, 2, 3, 4, 1.
I am using lead. Ah shit, I dropped my pick. I'm using lead for M type or no other effects. No reverb, no delay, no sound effects. I did it. FX 40. Versus none? Doesn't sound diff. So far I learned like E chord, chord, and A chord from this guy. That's it though. Dude, how do I go to playing the heavy stuff, you know? It's like you have to start from basics, right? And then once you have the basics down, then you can go into like the actual stuff. But like basics wise, I don't know where to start. I'm just using this free guitar tutorial thingy online to like play. But honestly, I want to play the heavy stuff. But I don't know how to palm mute. I can play a little bit of harmonics, but it's not working. Someday I'll play chop suey. Bum 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 bum. Then I play here. Ta-da! That was like learning Paramore song. But like I cannot bar the whole way. Like my fingers cannot reach over. So maybe I'm like putting it on the wrong like it sounds very like muted. Because my flesh is touching. I can only do the first one though. Up the volume a bit. Party? Scuffed! Yeah, man, I struggle with barring because I have small hands. Like I can't do an F. And my nails are a bit too long to play. What is that song? Only accepts. Accepts. Tuning. Oh, this one you have to do a cable on the fourth fret. F. But when I was younger, I did like a random tutorial how to play only exception. I want to like play Paramore. I want to play BMTH and Spirit Box. Ooh. It was too long there.
1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. It just becomes uneven, and it's not as musical. Ideally, you want to be having a really strong strum, either on beat 1 or where the chord changes. So if you've got a chord change halfway through the bar, you're going to have to, do twice as many chord changes. You might have to go 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Okay.
How soon do you have to start your chord change to get it ready for beat 1? Okay, this is a really, really big
Edison,
deal.
how do you normally learn your guitar? Like,
that's what you want to think about.
to play heavy
First few
songs.
times you're playing a new
What's the
song with a new
steps you
chord,
need?
it might be a big fumble fest. That's okay. It's not a big deal, nothing worth beating yourself up over. Just be like, yeah, only just learned it. It's cool. It's going to be a little bit confusing and I'm not going to reach it in time. But as the week goes on and you're getting better.
We can skip this and go to module 3. Module 3, capo, minor chords, and upstrum. I used to take classes. Those are good.
Hey, how you doing? Justin here on...
Oh, he's so loud. Oh, God.
Welcome to lesson 3 of my beginner guitar course. I really hope your fingers aren't hurting
Learn
too
from
bad.
YouTube.
It's kind of likely
Oh.
that they still are a bit. It's kind of the next few weeks that you'll probably find that the pain starts to lessen a bit.
Who are your favorite
Generally, for most
people to
it's
learn
a few
from?
months worth of practice before the pain goes away completely. But hopefully you'll start getting more obsessed with your chord
I got the
changes and
static,
strumming and you'll forget
please.
about the finger pain quite so much, and that's kind of the focus of this particular lesson. We've got 2 new chords to learn, so we're going to learn how to play A minor and E minor, very, very important chords.
A minor and E minor. E minor is just like that, right?
We're also going to be spending quite a lot of time focused on
Bar chords and palm muting.
Okay, learning solid rhythm guitar and learning how to strum.
How do you palm mute?
Is a really big deal, and if you can strum well and play in time, people will like the sound of what you're doing. Okay, strumming's the kind of thing that's been
heavy ones is always like
thousands of years, whereas our musical harmony is only hundreds of years old. So people really notice if rhythm goes wonky, much more so than if you play a chord slightly wrong. Okay, if the rhythm goes wrong, people kind of feel it.
Eddie, can you play Polyphia?
They have to hear it. That's less likely they're going to be bothered by that. So learning to really develop your rhythm strongly and really understanding how it's working, I think, could be a pretty powerful thing. Another thing on the agenda for today is capos or
playing God.
capos. They're a really useful beginner tool that'll allow you to play along with original recordings of songs that you really dig, and they're also useful for changing the keys of songs if you want to sing along if your song's too low.
Listen to it. Unplug. One.
Book tickets now for Kung Fu Panda 4.
Oh my god, okay. I want to watch Kung Fu Panda. Dang! Look at his guitar! Oh my god, so cool! Oh, damn! Look at him go! This is like a nylon that you can plug in. Wow! Maybe I should make it smaller so you can see his hands. Really? Your first time? It's so nice, right? Learn all the heavy stuff from Metallica. Oh, that's cool. I don't actually listen to Metallica. I'm sure they have very good songs. Actually, no, not Tim Henson, Olivia. I want to learn like some of their songs. They're quite fun. Like I think Goat is nice too. Come, thank you for following. Welcome. This one was banging for 3M. Oh my god. Learning Polyphia? No. I mean, yes, but no, I'm a beginner. I just learned how to play E chord, A chord, and D. See? Here's what I can play. E. Look, I pressed it wrong. Yeah! One step closer to Polyphia. A standard tuning is good. You know, a lot of songs always have drop D. I'm like, fuck, I have to tune a guitar with shit. I was watching some video on how this lady with super long nails, how she played the guitar. So how she does is she tunes it to like match what she can press, I think. Yeah. Welcome to the guitar journey. Yay! Thank you. Have a nice guitar. I should put it to good use. I do want to someday play Polyphia, but it's probably not anytime soon. But I think as long as you have a tuner, it's fine, right? Just always have it clasped to the top of my guitar. You learn 4 chords, can play campfire songs. Oh my god! What songs can I play? I just can't bar though. Like F. Is this an F? I always confuse F with like B minor or something. Or is it a B7? Symphony of Destruction. Sus.
New Nivea Premium Fragrance Deodorants, crafted with world-class perfume floral scent that does not only make you smell irresistibly enchanting, also contains 10 times vitamin C for brighter skin. Feel the blooming fragrance with lasting floral fragrance.
Oh my god, I should play Doom Eternal songs. There.
You take a mortal man
Okay.
and put him in control. Watch him become a god.
Nice. I like the beat behind it. Try learning some pop song. I used to be able to play like Only Exception. Anymore. It's fun. Ugh. Earpiece. What pop song should I learn? With the capo, it sounds so much. D minor. Eddie, right? Shit. This is a D. D. A major 7. D minor. What I just need to do is cut my nails, like, seriously. I spent a solid few months learning and playing Ed Sheeran on Maroon 5. Oh! Let's see. Ed Sheeran. Perfect. Love that song. G, E minor. E. E minor, F. How do you do it? E minor, F. Second fret. So it's. Do you need to bar it? E minor, F is either. I can't do it. Let's put it. Stick. Oh, capo first fret. Did I mute myself? Thank you. Did my cable go loose? I can't hear the sound. So bye, Eddie. Thank you for coming. Yeah. Eh? I can hear it on lead, but not acoustic. Lead. Front. Funny. Also show me how you started to pick up your guitar. Easier for me to follow.
Low for you, then it enables you to kind of lift the key so that it'll fit the range of your voice a little bit better. We'll talk a bit more about that later on, but let's start off with a look at mine.
Speak yo. Minor. A minor. Okay. E minor, A minor. Yeah. Strumming patterns with ups.
Hey, how you doing? Justin here, back with you for a look at the very first strumming pattern that involves an up strum. And we're going to put an up strum after beat 2. So first of all, fingers wrapped around so we've got a fully muted guitar neck. We're going to practice 1, 2, and 3.
I just want to pick on the floor.
So we're
Don't
going to
mind.
strum down, down, up, down, down.
Down.
1, 2, and 3, 4. If you ever saw that pattern written out, it would literally be down, down, up, down, down, or D, D, U, D, D. Okay? You could also see it written down as 1, 2, and 3, 4, and you know that you're going to play an up strum on the and, right? So it's going to be down, 1 will be down, 2 will be a down, the plus, the and will be an up, and then the following 3 and 4 will both be down strums. First thing to do is just practice it real slow. So just going through 1, 2, and 3, 4. Remembering that the up strum isn't going to strum all of the strings. 1, 2, and 3, 4. Trying to keep the movement really nice and smooth. So it's kind of like pendulum. Kind of like a pendulum. 1, 2, and 3, 4. 1, 2, and 3, 4. And you want to practice this a lot. Just doing exactly this motion, counting along. 1, 2, and 3, 4. 1, 2, and 3, 4. 1,
I think I got this. You watch this guy also. Oh my god, did he help?
3, 4. If strumming is something that you struggle with, definitely add some extra time practicing this into your practice routine, okay? You should know after the first couple of days of practice whether it's feeling kind of okay. For most people it will feel not easy, but you'll know that if you can do it kind of in time and you've got that kind of pendulum feeling with your forearm there and it's moving nice and evenly, that you're probably on the right track. Okay, so just don't worry about metronomes and any of that sort of stuff yet. Just play it, keep it nice and simple. 3,
I'm learning bar chord from him.
1,
So
2,
he presses some
and
chords
3,
different from how I would press that.
1,
His A, right? He does like second finger, third fret. The second finger, third string. You know, fourth
Do
string.
remember to be forgiving of
2,
yourself
1,
if you
3.
find this a little bit difficult. For most people, strumming is the hardest
This is
part of
A.
learning guitar. Okay, finger pain, yes. Chord
2,
changes,
1,
yes.
3. But I
Strumming,
play it like
everybody has
this.
a bit of fun with strumming, trying to get strumming in time.
My first
not
finger is
stopping, all
always
that
on
sort of
like
stuff.
the
With strumming, it
B
needs to be
string.
continuous, and you need to be able to keep strumming even if
But
the
he
chords
does
go
like
wrong. So strumming
the other
really
way,
wants to
so he
become an
can
automated
swap
part of
into
the
a
guitar
D.
journey, and the best way of developing that is repetition.
I find it like it's
Repetition
kind of weird.
and a little bit more repetition. Then repetition while you try and distract yourself. So learn
Yeah.
to go 2 and 3, 4, and then
So
being
when I
able
used
to
to
talk
learn
about
it
other
last
stuff
time,
or
I
whatever
did
while
it
the
like
pattern keeps going
the,
is also really important.
the other
Now,
way.
if you're a real beginner, that's going to be quite a difficult thing, but just training up so you've still got this 2 and 3, 4, 1, 2,
But
and
his method
3,
is good
4,
for
and
like
it's going to keep
swapping to
going.
D.
Now, I was kind of
Easier
expecting
to swap
myself to
between.
muck that up, seeing as I was trying to demonstrate it, but actually it seems to be going pretty well so far.
True, yeah, because this one
1,
it's
2, and 3,
easier
4.
to
I think I
swap,
managed
but
to
it's
keep
not so
going pretty
intuitive for
consistently.
me.
We'll see if I
I have to
can.
practice it a lot to like
Trying to think about what's going on the computer.
have it
I
come
don't
out
think
like
it's gone wrong yet, but you get the idea. You're trying to do it over and over and over again. So
down,
it just
down, up,
becomes this
down.
automated kind of sequence that your brain goes, oh, we're doing that strumming pattern, and it sends out the signal for doing that. Because if you're thinking about your chord
Down.
changes and maybe singing at the same time as well while you're playing, this
Hi,
rhythm
Keith.
part really wants to become as automated as you can. So repetition is the key thing here. I'm going to give you one more pattern to have a look at today.
Good afternoon.
And that is adding an up strum after beat
Strum
3 as
after.
well. So 2 up strums in the bar. So we'll have 1, 2, and 3, and 4. 1, 2, and 3, and 4. I don't want you to worry too much about tempo. You might find that at this stage you're going 1, 2, and 3, and 4, or even slower.
I always
Most
like
people
the
find that
down.
really slow is actually really hard as well. So you're looking for that kind of, probably around this sort of tempo.
Think about the tree drunk idiots.
1, 2,
No.
and 3, and
That's
4.
just
If you want to
us.
go faster, 2, and 3, and 4. 1, 2, and 3, and 4. You can. The key thing
Oh my
here,
god.
the
Doing
important thing
some
to get once you're
popping.
kind of comfortable with the mechanics is that relaxed feeling of the arm. That's really the biggest deal. When it comes to strumming, the arm wants to feel relaxed.
Beans.
Really, really relaxed. 1, 2, and 3, and 4. 1, 2, and 3, and 4. Even it's like the down strums are just using gravity to drop it down. Then I'm lifting it up, and then gravity pulls it back down again. It really wants to feel that loose. 2 and 3 and 4. 1, 2, and 3, and 4. Now, when you're practicing this during the week, you'll probably find down, down, up, down, up, down.
All about keyboards. Holding the guitar. Oh, legit? Is this recent news?
Hey, how you doing? Justin here. Today I want to
6 days ago. Your numbers like also nice one. 3 drunk idiots, 4 teenagers injured, 5 school children 6 days ago. 3, 4, 5, 6. Are they all okay now though? The kids okay?
to talk a little bit
Goodbye,
about how
Toto.
you
Don't do
hold
that.
your guitar. A really, really common problem that I see for beginners is trying to hold the guitar neck with the fretting hand. And it's really, really important that the hand that's holding the chords down has nothing to do with holding the guitar itself. Nothing at all. Okay? So your guitar wants to feel really nice and stable whether this hand is on or not. It shouldn't be moving around. Like if you lift your
You're pretty
fretting
serious,
hand up,
oh
the neck of the
man.
guitar shouldn't really be moving
Hoping
at
for
all.
their speedy
It wants to
recovery
feel
then.
really super stable. Now, the shape of the guitar, the cutaway, is designed to sit on your leg.
It's
But you might
weird.
find often guitars are either a bit
It's
body
weird, like-
heavy or neck heavy. This particular one's actually about perfect for me. It seems to sit right in exactly in the right place where it works for me. A lot of guitars,
that's it,
particularly
yeah.
like Les Paul type guitars, Gibson Les Paul types, they have the headstock which is a little bit heavy and wants to droop down a bit. And some other guitars like Telecaster
No, don't buy
tend to be a
Toto, what the
bit body
heck?
heavy, so that the
No,
neck wants
don't
to
do that.
lift up a little bit. Both of those things are not what you want. So you want to use this arm to kind of stabilize it. On acoustic guitar, you probably want to be resting your arm on the top of the guitar anyway, and the pressure of your arm sitting down like that will press into that little curve and hold the guitar in a nice place. Actually, this guitar is perfect. It's almost like having an acoustic guitar in that I can rest my arm on it. But for most electric guitars, you want the kind of the grip of your skin, your forearm, on the guitar itself. That's where the weight comes, and it kind of holds the guitar both against your body and into your leg. So it does want to feel really quite rigid here, where your fingers are going to be pressing on the guitar strings. It doesn't want to be wobbling around while you're trying to play your chords. If it is, you're not holding the guitar right. It's one of the things, like I nearly always roll my sleeve right up when I'm playing. If even on this guitar, if my sleeve is like that, it feels looser. Like I'm not really able to hold the guitar as tightly as I want, because I can't feel the pressure of it. I can't feel how I'm gripping the guitar. Whereas as soon as I've done that, it feels tighter, it feels more locked in. So something just to be aware of if you're finding that the guitar neck's wobbling around a bit. Just pay attention to how you're holding it and how you're gripping onto the guitar. It shouldn't be tense. You want to feel kind of relaxed and loose all the time when you're playing. So part of the trick, and as I'm progressing with my left-handed playing, I'm really noticing now that it's becoming more important that how I feel with the guitar, how it's sitting in my lap properly. So it's the kind of thing I want to give you a heads up now, so you can start to just pay a little bit of attention to that when you're doing your practice, to make sure that it feels real comfortable how you're sitting.
I know the
and nice
kazoo or the
solid.
harmonica. I don't think kazoo or anything with like. Yeah, I feel I've always wanted to play the guitar, and I already own an electric guitar, so let's play it. I have like the dang, what's it called? The one you play with the fingers. It's that little finger piano thingy. That one was cute. Kalimba, yeah, it's called the kalimba. Correct. Sorry, I'm like replying to messages. Yeah, I could play a bit of the kalimba. I played the Witcher song. See if I can find the tabs. Tabs of Priscilla's song, right? Song? Oh, Priscilla's song. No cable, regular tuning. This doesn't seem easy. Yeah. No, it sounds so bad. It sounds so weird. Kalimba. Windstorm. Oh. I have it, but probably can't play it because y'all can't hear it anyway. It's only on my ASMR stream. Show you. Oh, stop on. Dang. Played it in so long. I think it's like rusty. I'll play it again another day when I do my ASMR streams. I haven't done it in a long time. Pretty meals. Thank you. I need to cut. Play the guitar. I'm so hungry. Helps. Helps everyone. Helps. All the guitar. All about strumming ups. Module 4. At McDonald's. I'm jealous. I'm gonna like cook lunch soon-ish. How long have I been streaming? 2 hours and 40 minutes. Okay. Finger stretches for
Hey,
beginners.
how you doing? Justin here,
Okay.
back with you for a finger stretching exercise for beginners. Now, some of you are going to find this exercise really hard. Some of you are going to
It's
find
the
it relatively
scaling.
easy. It just depends a bit on your anatomy. If you've got really long fingers, really short fingers, really flexible fingers. So it will be a little different for everyone. I'm going to show you the kind of the process and where I think
Shit.
that you want to get it to.
I still can't play it. I think so. Maybe not. Cannot be. That sounds weird. I forgot. What are my skills? I only know the C one. Yay! At least I remember one.
At least, particularly those of you that got short fingers or not very flexible fingers. Now, the exercise itself is really simple. It's important to realize it's not a speed exercise. Okay, so don't go trying to do it faster. That's not the point. The point is slow and feeling a stretch in your fingers. So it's much more like kind of a yoga thing. You don't do those kind of things really quickly if you're stretching before any sort of exercise. You don't do it real fast because you'll injure yourself. The idea is that you do it really slowly and you kind of feel it stretch a bit. You should feel this exercise not hurt, but you should feel it stretching. Okay, if it's not stretching, you're not doing it hard enough, like you haven't got enough stretch. Not pressing harder, obviously, just you need to make it a bit more stretchy if you find it too easy. So I found when I was doing this left-handed that even this basic one at the 5th fret, I could kind of get my fingers in the right spot, but it mostly hurt in here, in this muscle between my thumb and my first finger. Now, that's also one of the things that develops with this exercise. So it's partly to do with finger flexibility, partly to do with finger strength, partly to do with getting your little finger involved, and partly for developing
Okay,
this muscle.
what's the
Okay,
exercise?
you might find it helpful just
Picking.
to anchor your little finger there on the guitar with our first
Stretching.
finger at the 5th fret of the thickest string. You want to try and keep that finger nice and parallel, so not too much of an angle like that. There are chords and times where we use our fingers at an angle, but this exercise isn't one of them. So we're going to play that one note. Then we're going to put our second finger down 1 fret higher, trying to get it up next to the fret if you can. Then your third finger is going to go again 1 fret higher, trying to get it next to the fret if you can, i.e. like not here at the back of the fret, because we know that's likely
So
to give
he's
you that
just
buzzing
continuously
sound. So
going
try and get it
downwards.
right up next to the fret if you can. Then little finger. Now I've got a really little finger, so for me that's already makes for a little bit of a stretch. Not with this hand, okay, I can easily stretch a bit further than this, but for my left hand, when I'm playing left-handed, so my right hand is doing the stretch, just doing that was already difficult. So don't be upset or feel like you're not going to be good at guitar if you're finding that difficult. That's pretty normal. So then we're going to move it on to the next string. So we're now going to play the first finger on the 5th fret of the 5th string. We're going to play that, then second finger, third finger, and then little finger. Now it's not designed to go in a hurry. If you can see, I'm kind of keeping my fingers roughly where they should be. Now, this exercise is relatively easy for me now. If you want to go and watch me doing it left-handed, it doesn't look anywhere near so easy, I can promise you. And even just doing this much is really hard. Now, there's a few things here to notice. First of all, the second and third fingers tend to kind of join
This
together,
hard.
and the first and fourth fingers tend to spread apart, and that's normal. That's just to do with the anatomy of our hands. So don't feel like they should all be square on, because it's just not possible. Our fingers all kind of join into the palm, so they kind of meet in the middle. That's how they work. So doing this kind of exercise, you'll always find that second and third fingers sit together a little bit, first and little fingers kind of splay out a little bit sideways. So don't worry about that in the slightest. What you're aiming for, particularly on the thinner string, most people will find just that difficult. Curling the fingers right around so that the fingers are going first, second, third, fourth.
So it's like going down the fretboard. 1, 2, 3, 4, all 6 strings.
With the fretboard, if you can. Then again, that's going to be pretty difficult. Most of you will find it's a bit more like that. Like little finger will have trouble curling up. Again, like with everything else I've talked about with this course, you've got to be a bit forgiving with yourself at these early stages. If you find this really
Static
tough, that's
sounds.
okay. Just stick with it. All of us can touch our toes if we put a bit of effort into doing a bit of stretching every day. I struggle actually to touch my toes. I've got terribly tight hamstrings. But the idea is that if you find something, particularly physical things that are difficult, you just have to work on it. Whether it's getting strong or weightlifting or running or flexibility or whatever. And this part
Mr. Sugu is streaming now too.
of the guitar is quite
Guitar
physical.
pick where?
Keep doing it. So this exercise, I'm going to
I actually dropped my pick on the floor, but
for
like
a week or two.
I don't know if I
just
can
really
pick it up.
nice and slowly, just working your way up. Let's just do the whole exercise now. So do first finger, second finger, third finger, and then fourth finger. But we're not
Oh,
in a
man,
hurry.
you're peaceful.
And then we're going to move it down a string. Trying to keep each one. Now, I'm
Wearing a
do
mask in
probably for
case
some
I
of
like
you, will
flash
look a
my
bit more like this.
face.
Like, you won't be able to hold it, so your
XD.
fingers will be like this, and then you have to try and put that finger, and then when you go to do this, your
I think
first finger
so.
wants to sneak up with it, but you've got to try and hold it back. So trying to get that third finger in.
Someone
and then the little finger.
I saw
Oh, come
online,
on.
she wanted pastel pics. It's her first time playing guitar. So what she did was my butt. She painted her guitar picks with like gel nail polish, and then like she cured them under the lamp. And of course, as she continued to play the guitar more, like it would scratch off all the gel polish. So I think it would like ruin the strings a bit. Yeah, he's just doing like. I know I could play the C one before the C major C scale. You could ruin your nails if you wanted a finger pick. Fine. I have it. Said I'm not good at picks. So far today I learned E minor. A. But D. Alright, stop buzzing. So he's like just asking us to practice. Which I find it quite hard to press because like my nails just get in the way. They kind of cross into a different strings area. Is that Chubb's new account? Weren't you like following me on your normal account before? I mean your other one. But yeah, I think my nails are pretty sturdy if I wanted a finger pick. Only account? No. Then are you a different Chubbs? Is this a Chubbs I know? There's another Chubbs from video. Black Watch GM. Is he the GM? No, Luna's the GM. Chubbs is the advisor. That's the other Chubbs I know. But I think maybe I could play the ignorant song. I just need to practice. Seems like the first chord isn't hard. And something somewhere here on top. Oh no! What? Are they different people? Surfs. Ooh, sleepy cat. I like the feel of this guitar. I like the color of the wood. Very sexy. The white too. Just molesting my guitar. Oh, let me show y'all something. Your Highness. I don't know where's my other cat. Where's Nami? Might be under my cat. Oh, yeah. Only Lulu is here. So cute. Why are they so cute? Baby, why are you so cute? I don't know how they sleep through me playing the guitar also. I think I should like practice like this guy said every day. 1, 2, 3, 4. Kaiser Faust, thank you for following. Welcome. Come in. She gonna play Smells Like Teen Spirit? No, actually I'm a beginner. I don't know. I don't know how to play songs. I'm just learning how to play chords. I only like learned 2 chords enough for the Ignorance by Paramore. This one. But I still sound bad when I About a Girl. Never heard that song before. I don't know, Charles was saying I should play like what Ed Sheeran. Maybe I'll play something chill. Acoustic maybe. Then I'll change my amps to sound acoustic instead of like this thing I'm on lead. I don't know where, but like I have guitar books. I should pick them up and play again, man. There's this song.
Here's the two.
I could play the classical guitar. What do you call it? Score guitar. But I played like simple version. This was like the Yamaha Grade 9 exam piece. Oh. But now my fingernails keep touching the other strings. Five, 3, 5, 7, 9, 10, 11, 12. It's this one keeps getting stuck and playing the E string. Because my ribbon keeps touching the E. Eh? Also will be here. So I'm probably borrowing. Oh. Maybe this one is an A. Oh. Ah! You can play guzheng? No. I can play the erhu though. I can play the Chinese violin. That's why I play like what Inuyasha song on the erhu. But yeah, this song, Romance Yamo, is the grade 9 Yamaha score that you have to play. And then they'll grade you based on it. After that, they'll ask you to do like what C major scales or something. Hello, ma'am. I mean, sir. Welcome in. Importing from Malaysia. We're in Singapore here. Guys, I wish I didn't throw away my erhu. I can play some songs for y'all. At least that one I know how to play a bit, I think. Yeah, I should have muscle memory on how to play. But this was like one of my favorite exam songs. 5-7. But this fucking ribbon! Wish I can take a drum lesson, but my mom don't allow you to do so. Oh, that's sad. But drum is hard to practice at home, like, cause like you need the whole kit, and then it's very noisy. You need like a soundproof room. At least for I've picked. I'm a classical player though, so I'm always like finger styling. If your own studio thing, why not? Then you can just buy your own drums and play what you want to play, you know? At least with electric guitar, right, I can plug it into my computer, so like there's zero sound coming out from it except for like the basic sounds of the string. But like everything else, like is just in whatever I'm listening to. Yeah, I need to practice barring more. Can you see my hands, guys? Today, recap E minor. A. E. Oh my god, sounds funny. I think I'll jump for it so I don't need to pay my friends for the instrument. But now, like drums wise, you can just add them into like your own music track, right? Like it's a sound effect. Or you can play like the piano thing that will come out as the sound of drums. Let's see. Olivia Pep playing chord. I wonder if they have tabs for it. Oh my god, they do. How does the sound go again? Olivia's playing chord. Bum, bum. Bum, bum, bum. Shit, cause he like runs through these first two bars in like what 3 seconds. Really character model assignment. Ah, fun. Like what? For VTuber model or something different. Kitty and Oh, oh, animation. Nice. So you can create like videos and all the cool stuff. And I was seeing so many people playing Supermarket Simulator. I also want to play. I want to play too. Straight up friend. Objective is for VTuber model. I'm sure you'll do well. I look forward to seeing your final product, if any. Okay, I'm gonna end my stream for today, y'all. I am done with playing. My fingers hurt. Look, they look like sausages with all the lines. I'm gonna rest and cook my lunch slash dinner. Here's some random chords. I'm gonna rate my friend Sheena Ray, who is doing some graphic designs, and salute them. And thank you so much for the raid, Kanai, Mamu, and all the followers today. Thank you for hanging out with me. We learned how to play the guitar. It's scuffed, but we will get there. We will get better. I will get my nails fixed. Have a more productive stream in the future. I'll be seeing y'all probably Thursday for another stream, but more for two. Well, probably playing a game. And for the rest, thank y'all so much for being, for vibing. So, I'll see you soon. Bye bye. Bye bye everyone. Thank you for hanging out. Bye Private Aki. Bye Legacy. Oh, and the rest, everyone, if you haven't, please join my Discord. You can say hello there, share food pictures, you can talk about music, you can show us your progress of your 3D animation, talk about everything under the sun there. So please come and join a cozy friend. I appreciate it, and tell the rest for like. Bye bye. Otsu Lumpy.